Ladies and gentlemen, it's Travis here, and welcome back to the SF Bay Area SportsTalk channel. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. And the San Francisco Giants get another huge victory, a one-run victory, 5-4, defeating the Phillies, and the Giants win a series, a huge series victory for the Giants, being that we have been struggling to come in here in this series and to see the offense click on all cylinders. The way that the offense has been clicking has been incredible to see. Another great game. The Giants follow up their performance from yesterday's game. They had 13 runs in the game yesterday and 11 hits, and they come back out today, this afternoon. They had 5 runs on 11 hits. So really awesome to see the offense click in back-to-back games. And this is big. When you've been struggling the way the Giants have, to come out here and to do what they did in the first 2 games of this series was just awesome to see. And this was a close game. So give the Phillies credit. This was a tough game, one-run game. So Giants baseball torture as we love it best. How's everyone doing tonight? Appreciate everyone checking in. What's going on, Kayla? You have just won 2 in a row. Let's go, San Francisco Giants. This feels great. We know we have been struggling and needing to turn it around. And these first 2 games, even though a small sample size, you hope that these games here you can build some momentum off. And to finish the season strong is going to be key. Seeing the Giants play well down the stretch. So really excited about what we saw in this game. Camilo Doval, he picks up his 19th save. And what a save it was as he got 4 outs. So the Giants asked Camilo Doval to get a 4-out save. And he was able to deliver on that. So continuing to mature and grow, and it's just awesome to see how well Camilo Doval has done in the closer role and getting it done tonight. What's going on, Robert Rothberg? How's it going? I wish we can start the season over. I totally feel you. I feel you on that. Definitely, you feel that with the Giants getting healthy down the stretch. Lamont Wade is back. Crawford, you have Evan Longoria, you have all these guys healthy back, and you hope that the offense, seeing them start to be consistent, that's something that we want to see the Giants be able to do down the stretch. So definitely, unfortunately, it's at that point in the season where, it's pretty much you're kind of out of time here in terms of if you are wanting to make a run at the wild card. But at the very least, it's going to be great to build momentum into next season. And so I think playing well down the stretch, that's going to be key to watch for the Giants. This team has way too much talent to continue losing. I agree with you, Robert. In my opinion, I definitely believe that this San Francisco Giants team, they are way more talented than what their record shows at 63-68. We've been through a lot of adversity this year. It's been a struggle a lot of times this season. We have been way too inconsistent. But, we've shown flashes this year of being a really good team and being a team that can contend. So I definitely believe that this San Francisco Giants team, they're definitely going to be determined and motivated to go into next season and to avenge this disappointing season, because absolutely it has not gone the way that we thought. Certainly not the way the Giants had expected, and I definitely expect them to come back. They're going to be ready to go next season, and I can't wait to see how the Giants respond. They always respond well. Especially, we've had tough finishes to seasons, and I think what's probably made this season really tough is that the way that last season ended, the bitter taste that we got in our mouth from how the season ended last year. You really were hoping the Giants could avenge that this year. So it just hasn't gone the way we thought. But definitely, if we can finish out this season strong, hopefully that momentum is going to be key going into next season. Please, Kyle, do not spam the chat. Appreciate everyone checking in to the post game. In your opinion, did Kapler lose the clubhouse? I don't think he did. Great question. In my opinion, I agree. I don't think Kapler lost the clubhouse. I think, I haven't really looked into what people have been saying out there. But I definitely, in my opinion, I would like to see the Giants. I think Kapler is under contract for next season. So I definitely am excited to see what he can do next year. Definitely, I would not put the blame on Kapler for how this season has gone. I think, despite everything, he's done the best that he can out there. The only thing that I will say on Kapler is we've talked a little bit about it, but I had heard that batting practice was optional for the Giants. So I do not know if that is true or not, but obviously my opinion, nothing should be optional in terms of hitting batting practice, especially when the Giants have been struggling this year. So again, I don't know if that's true or not, but seeing how we have hit the last 2 days here, hopefully we can keep playing and keep on hitting the way that we were able to here. So really great to see. Appreciate everyone checking in to the post game. Just loading up the comments here. What a win today. Giants picking up back-to-back wins in this series and picking up a series victory. Absolutely huge. We've been struggling. So really was hoping that we can come into this series and to see the offense wake up. So being that that's exactly what they have done, and to do so and put an exclamation mark on it, that's been awesome to see. Back-to-back games of 11 hits, really awesome for this offense. So let's see if they can continue to build on it. Travis, game on the line. Who would you want hitting, Jock Peterson or Wilmer Flores? Love the question. Both of those guys so clutch. I'm probably gonna have to say I'm gonna probably have to go with Flores there. I just think, like Jock Peterson, he is hitting out of his mind right now. And I mean, it is so much fun to watch. But you cannot go wrong with both of them when the game is on the line and in a big time situation. That Wilmer Flores and Jock Peterson are going to get it done out there. So really awesome what we're seeing from Jock Peterson. And in today's game, total of 3 RBIs. So yesterday's game had 5 RBIs for Peterson. I mean, it is just incredible what he is doing out there this season, in all-star season, hitting the long ball and hitting the 97 splash hit in yesterday's game. I mean, just incredible, hitting the 96 and 97 splash hits. And then this game, picking up a couple RBI singles, also picked up a bases loaded walk. So Jock Peterson is seeing the baseball really well at the plate right now. And the Giants have got to re-sign Jock Peterson. And I'm definitely sure that seeing the way he has been playing right now, that is definitely going to be a huge priority for the San Francisco Giants to bring back Jock Peterson the way that he has been hitting. It's just been incredible. It's been incredible. If we want to contend next year, we can't afford to lose Jock or Rodon. Absolutely, we can't afford to lose either of them. I mean, those guys have been so clutch this year. Carlos Rodon pitching like a Cy Young Award winner this season. It's just been incredible. And having Rodon and Logan Webb at the top of this Giants starting rotation, you can make the argument they're right up there among the best 1-2 punches in all of baseball in the starting rotation. So really going to be excited to see what the Giants end up doing in the offseason. Hopefully we can see Rodon get an extension and Jock Peterson to re-sign. Are you going to any San Francisco Giants games? Great question there, Kayla. Yeah, that is the plan. Planning to go to a game in September with my parents. So that is still in working on that. We'll definitely keep all of you updated as soon as I find out what game I'll be going to, and hopefully I see a lot of you at the game, or maybe run into you. Definitely say hi. It would be awesome to meet some of you in person at a Giants game, maybe in the future. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome. If hopefully everyone has made it out to the ballpark this season. Have not made it out to a Giants game yet this year, so definitely hoping that I can make it happen in September. So it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome to see how the Giants finish out this season. Yeah, the season hasn't gone the way that we thought, but hopefully we can start playing better baseball down the stretch, have a good month of September, and then we can build that momentum into next season. And I think it's going to be a really exciting offseason to see what moves the Giants are going to make. Because in my opinion, I think that this team is ready to contend going into next season. Definitely, I felt like we should have been in the wild card hunt. And, you know, I even would, before the season, I had said that we could contend in the division. So I definitely did place high expectations on this Giants team. You know, I think after having the season that they had last year, winning a franchise record 107 games, definitely, you know, we had a lot of high expectations on the Giants this year. But again, I definitely feel like we are talented enough to be a playoff team. So I really hope that we can see the Giants finish out the season strong. And even though, you know, we're out of the playoff hunt essentially right now, I think finishing out the season strong, you're going to be feeling good about yourself heading into next season. So that's going to be key. It's going to be key. We'll see what happens. I would offer Rodon 5 years, $100 million. That would be a great deal. Absolutely. I think 5 years and $100 million. It's one of those deals where I think it would work out for both sides. I don't think the Giants would be overpaying in that case, and Rodon definitely more than deserving of $20 million average annual per season. Travis, my friend Surprise bought us both tickets to a 49ers home game. That's incredible, Tyler. That's what's up. Big shout out to your friend for doing that. That's going to be an incredible game to see. Yeah, it would be awesome. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Would like to know who they're gonna end up playing for that game. But can't wait for the 49ers first full season with Trey Lance. We'll be covering everything on the channel. So can't wait for all the 49er fans out there. San Francisco Giants get the huge win in Game 2 of this series, 5-4, a 1-run victory. A 1-run torture. Yep, Giants baseball torture. We love it best out there. And to get this 1-run win is huge. And for the Giants, being we had been struggling to come into this series and to have won the first 2 games, really awesome. Let's see, we're bringing our brooms tomorrow, going for the sweep. That would be awesome to see. And look, this Phillies team, they're contending for a wild card spot, so I think what the Giants have done here has been very impressive. To the Phillies, they're of course they're not buried deep in the standings. They're fighting to get into the playoffs. So really happy with what we've seen from the Giants here in this series, and especially we've been struggling for quite some time, and the key here down the stretch is can we see this Giants team be consistent? Can we see the offense do what they were able to do here in the first 2 games of this series with back-to-back games of 11 hits? Just incredible to see. player of the game. Tyler going with Thairo Estrada and Brandon Crawford. Love to see it. Awesome picks of the game and just awesome. I mean, Thairo Estrada, what an incredible season he is having. He's been one of the incredible bright spots of this season for your San Francisco Giants. Putting in a lot of hard work, and when the game is on the line, big game moments, he is coming through, putting together great at-bats. In this one, picking up the RBI single in the bottom of the first, and also picking up another hit. So another multi-hit game for Thairo Estrada. We have been saying that a lot this season. You can definitely make the case, Thairo Estrada, the MVP of the Giants season offensively. He has just been that consistent and really impressive. So I've really enjoyed watching him and seeing him develop into the player he has become. Crawford, another good game for him. So awesome picks of the game. Can you remember when we had a healthy roster? Yeah, that's a good question. I cannot remember. And that's the unfortunate thing about this season. We've had a lot of setbacks, gone through a lot of injuries this year. So it's definitely made it very tough this season. So even despite all of it, for us to have won 63 games and to be still around the 500 mark, I think is very impressive considering, I wouldn't say very impressive, but what I would say, definitely shows a lot of heart and character from this Giants team. Despite everything we've been through, they've still been able to go out there, compete, and win a lot of good games out there and beat a lot of good teams. But I think what has really eluded us this season has been the consistency, and we just haven't been consistent enough. But hopefully here down the stretch, we can put together some more consistency, and seeing what we saw the first two games of this series, the offense coming alive, back-to-back games, 11 hits, just incredible. What a game this was, a one-run victory, and seeing Camilo Doval pick up his 19th save of the year, absolutely awesome. What we've seen Camilo Doval just continue to get better this season, really mature and grow in the closer role, and really proven that he's not only earned the closer role, but he has taken the job and ran away with it. He has been that good this year. And even, there's been some games that he hasn't had his best stuff, but he has still been able to go out there, compete, and still be able to close out the game. And I think it's very impressive. Shows a lot of heart and a lot of grit from Camilo Doval. So really awesome to see. Do you believe that signing free agents can make you an instant winner? That's a good question. I think it depends. I mean, would I say it's not going to take 2 or 3 free agent signings to make you an instant winner? Baseball, a team sport, but what signing a few free agents could do, it could make the difference from your team being a contender to or being on the verge of contending to being a legit contender. But I think it comes down to having a good farm system, having great young talent, having good leadership, and having those key players that you're able to plug in, whether it's via trade or free agency, that fit in to your team and what you're trying to do. I think with where the Giants are and with the talent that we have, the young talent, I do think that if we make a couple good signings and that we can be in a great position to be, I definitely believe we are going to be contending next season. So it's going to be interesting what moves we make. I think potentially we are likely to sign a big time free agent offensive hitter. So I think we'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting, but I do believe Giants are going to be in the market to spending big in free agency. Not breaking the bank, but I think we'll be spending a little bit of money to improve this team. So I can't wait to see what happens. It's going to be very interesting. Would you continue to platoon Jock or let him play every day? Yeah, that's a good question. I think Jock Peterson, I think you got to be running him out there every day. I mean, he is just his at bats have just been incredible. The way that he is tearing the cover off the baseball, it's just been awesome to see. So he's definitely earned getting those everyday starts. So will be interesting to see if Kapler ends up starting him pretty much every day down the stretch. Because you definitely have got to with the way that he has been hitting. It's just been awesome. It's been awesome. Believe 49ers game me and my friend are attending is against the Seahawks. Thank God no Russell Wilson. Right there with you, Tyler. Thank God no Russell Wilson. Wish him best of luck in Denver, but really happy he is not in Seattle. And I definitely can remember I've been to some games, Niners and Seahawks, where Wilson and the Seahawks have lit us up. So definitely feels great knowing that when the Niners play Seattle, we won't have to deal with Russell Wilson this year. So have an awesome time at the game. Beat the Seahawks. Let's go 49ers. Excited. Can't wait for the season. So we're going to be breaking it down all season on the channel. Giants with the big win, 5-4 over the Phillies, winning this series. A huge series victory for the San Francisco Giants. We've been struggling, so to come out here and to do what this offense did, back-to-back games of 11 hits, just really incredible to see. The way Longo is hitting, I would bring him back next year. I'm with you. I agree with you, Robert. Right there with you. I would definitely bring back Evan Longoria with the way that he has been hitting. At least for a year, maybe not 2 years, but I think if there's a way to bring him back on a 1 year deal, if it's a 2 year deal, yeah, maybe I'd go for it, because I think he is 36, so I don't think taking that extra year, I don't think it would hurt too much, because I do think that Longoria can be able to stay healthy. But yeah, that's the big question with Evan Longoria is, can he stay healthy out there? So if he can stay healthy, definitely with the way he has been hitting, I would look into bringing him back for next season. What's going on, SG Sports Talk channel? How are you doing tonight? Great win tonight. Let's see. Giants need to bring Matt Duffy back for third base. Oh, I would love to see Dafflebell, Matt Duffy come back. Forever Giant. He was a fan favorite, one of my favorite Giants, and the Giants don't win the 2014 World Series without Matt Duffy. With the energy that he played with, the hustle. Never forget him stealing home in that playoff game against the Cardinals in the ninth inning when the Giants were trailing by a run, and when he rounded third base, stole home. Definitely one of the more exciting moments in San Francisco Giants playoff history. So if there's a way that in the future, somehow, some way, Matt Duffy could come back, I would definitely be open to seeing that potentially happen. Yeah, bring back Matt Duffy. Would love to see it. Miss Matt Duffy so much. Still hurts when I see Matt Duffy not on the Giants. Totally feel you, Tyler. I feel you. So hopefully we can see him come back. It'd be awesome. So we are going to be wrapping up the post-game show here shortly. But before we do, as always, we are going to get to our picks of the game. So we'd love to hear who you're taking as the pick of the game. For my pick of the game, I am going with... I'm going to take Jock Peterson, another fantastic game. Multi-hit game, 3 RBIs, a couple of RBI singles, and drew a bases-loaded walk. And Jock Peterson right now, I mean, you cannot get this man out. He is on fire. tearing the cover off the baseball. So I'm taking Jock Peterson as my pick of the game, and would love to see the San Francisco Giants re-sign Jock Peterson. Definitely believe we're going to re-sign him with the way he has been playing. Definitely, I think we'll see the Giants re-sign him. Player of the game, going with Thairo Estrada. Absolutely awesome pick of the game. Thairo Estrada, what an incredible season he is having. It's just been awesome. It's been awesome to see, and he's been the MVP for the Giants offensively. It's been that consistent, and the hard work really shows with Thairo Estrada. So really love what we're seeing from him. What's one area would you focus on to improve the team? Yeah, that's a good question. I think right now, I think with our starting, when I look at the starting rotation, I think, when we have Rodon and Webb at the top, we'll have Discofani back next year. So I think starting rotation will be looking really good. Jacob Junis has been a bright spot this season with what we've seen from him. Did give up several hits in today's game, but we've seen him be on top of his game. The offense, they got to be better than what they have been this year. So I think if I would have to say an area that I would look to improve, I would probably have to say the bullpen, because, I think the bullpen, we've struggled this year, where I think we are doing very well. Camilo Duvall in that ninth inning pitching very well. We've seen Brebbia do good in those high leverage situations. Guys like, Rogers has struggled this season. So I think an area I would like to see the Giants improve on, the bullpen for sure. And, I think we can improve offensively. But I do think we will probably sign a few guys offensively in the off season. So it's going to be interesting. Tyler saying bullpen. I agree. I think bullpen, because, you really got to, if you want to be a good team, and you got to hold on to those leads. And, too many times this year, Giants have blown leads late in the game. We've had leads and haven't been able to hold on. So it'll be interesting. We need to focus on bullpen. Definitely lost like 10 to 15 games due to the bullpen alone. It really puts into perspective how much we, want to make sure that area is locked down and solidified going into next season. So can't wait. Going to be exciting to see what moves we end up making. Giants with a huge win, 5-4, a series victory. Let's keep the good times rolling. Giants going for the sweep tomorrow. Bringing our brooms to Oracle Park. Carlos Rodon, our ace, taking the mound. We are feeling great. Really liking our chances. Let's make some noise for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you, everyone, so much for checking into the post-game show. Let's make some noise for that YouTube algorithm and smash up the like button. Thank you so much. Really appreciate each and every one of you. I would not be here without your support. I see your comments, your likes, your engagement, and it really means a lot to me. I would just be a guy talking to the camera, talking to myself. So it really means a lot for everyone taking time out of your day to check into the post-game show, say hi, and so thank you so much. If you enjoy these San Francisco Giants live post-game shows, be sure to smash that subscriber button, and be sure to smash the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm going live for the next San Francisco Giants post-game show. I want Estrada leading off, to be honest. That'd be interesting. I think that would be really fun to see. So I'm with you there, Tyler. I think it'd be a fun experiment to see Thairo Estrada leading off. I think he'd do very well in that position. Always loving his at-bats. Grinds out at-bats. So I think he would do very well in a leadoff role. He can hit the long ball. He's got speed. So he's going to take pitches. I think he would do very well in that role. Awesome going with Brandon Crawford. pick of the game, SG Sports Talk channel. Awesome pick of the game. So thank you so much again, everyone. Appreciate all the support. Hope everyone has a great rest of your night. And let's go, San Francisco Giants. Have a great one, everyone.